Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. Let's go the important parts of Bitcoin. I am very happy with this chart. So, probably should have loaded this up to begin with, but let's do it now. Alrighty, folks. What are your people calling this today? Short squeeze, stop hunt. I'm sure those words are gonna get thrown around. I'm not gonna bore you with those. Everybody else is talking about them. What I want to talk about is information that only we have. So, I am very happy with this. All right, so first and foremost, we have ACAT and 3D Wave PM. Right, we had a mean reversion condition based on the 500 period. So, that's the purple band. When we went inside the purple band, right, it implied we would need to go to the purple moving average, the purple mean. So, what happens? We go inside the purple band, and we say we cannot leave the purple band until the 500 value on the wave PM goes below the 0.7 value on the wave PM. Oops, when the 500 period goes below 0.7, excuse me. I worded that incorrectly. So, what do? We trade laterally as defined by the band with somewhat bearish weighting, keeping ourselves on the swing low of the band right there with 1, 2, 3 tests. And we also have our compression range as defined by volatility overhead, right? This is the green band. We say if we stay in the green band, well, we will continue to stay in the green band. It's very good at catching swing highs, swing lows, swing highs, swing lows. And honestly, if you just traded those swing highs and swing lows, you would have done very well for yourself. Obviously, you would have stopped out at this location. I was in altcoins, and my stops were based on Bitcoin value, so I actually did not stop out here because, well, altcoins didn't really take a hit on the 19th, which was, or excuse me, the 23rd. So, we saw significant dip. A lot of money didn't really leave the market, which was the first sign for me, right? If Bitcoin dumps but altcoins seem to find consistency in price, it typically means there was a more, I wouldn't say a manipulated move. Sure, let's say manipulated. I typically don't like the word, but it was large players intending to do a thing. It did a pretty good job, if you ask me. But if you look at altcoins, and altcoins don't move with Bitcoin, it can be a sign that Bitcoin is going to snap back to a state of equilibrium. And in this case, equilibrium and more. So we say that when we leave the compression range, it's likely we'll stall at the 3.2 standard deviation of our compression range, which is the squiggly line up here. And if we do stall, beautiful. It typically either means we'll see short-term reversal or trend continuation if the range ends. And goodness, we saw more than short-term reversal. So my last live stream, we did recommend, not financial advice, that we would take a small long position at this 3.2 standard deviation, just a stop loss below, and then upside, well, we just bet on trend continuation. And, well, I'm happy to say I am long on Bitcoin. I mean, in altcoins, so I didn't really see all that much upside today. Small amount. In Bitcoin value, I'm down. In USD value, I am definitely up. So, let's talk about this on shorter time frames, because the same rules apply down here on the 15-minute chart. All right. Just gotta wait for that indicator to load. My computer might be a little slow today because I am waiting for Blender to respond. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. I'm adding a skin to something that is already complex geometry, and I did not save my work. So I'm just waiting to see if it actually can do it, and then I'll delete it later, but goodness, I'm concerned. Okay. Well, look at that compression range. How clean. So, what do? We see an overexpansion here, which is based on the 400 period, which means if we go in this purple band right here, we will go to this moving average. And then we say if the 400 period turns green, it means that it can leave the band, right? Because we will stay in a compression range until the wave PM goes below the 0.7 value. You know what? I'm going to show you just in actual terms of wave PM because it's just too clean. All right, we're going to set this blue line to the 400 period. 400. Okay. Beautiful. So what do we care about? We say that because we are above the 0.9 value here, trend cannot resume if we enter the band, which we did here. Hold on, I need to get the exact period. Because 400 is a rough estimate that I use for just eyeballing it. But I need the exact period if I'm going to use exact values. So bear with me. I need to invite only scripts, wave PM period tracker, ACAP period tracker. Is that legacy? No, here it is. 14 to 600. Because I want that exact period if we're going to be looking at exact compressionary values. Okay, so we just need to wait for that to load. Did I click on it? I did not. I didn't. Okay. Get rid of one. Is it loaded? Ah. There it goes. All right, just bear with it. Just give it a second. I like how it doesn't tell you that it's not loading. I think they changed that recently. Nice. Okay, so now we can actually get the exact period, shall we? All right, we are looking at exactly the 435 period. All right, glad I checked. 435. Boop. All right. So we state that because this tagged 0.9 value, trend cannot resume until it returns below the 0.7 value, which is here. We got within 0.02 of that value, if you want to look at that on 3D Wave PM. So again, a touch sooner than I expected. This has happened 2 times in a row. Huh. Perhaps I should change the value just for future. Well, that's going to require a lot of backtesting and input time to figure out the ideal value for identifying when trend resumption is viable. Because it always gets, like visually on 3D Wave PM, 1 or 2 away, right? So it was 1 away. So watch. So here on 3D Wave PM, this line, we're waiting for it to turn green before trend resumption happens, and then the volatility overhead, which is this green expanse working its way upward, gets to here, 1 set period below, and then it resumes, which is, I might be overvaluing the nuances of compression because period look back is also going to change that. Yeah. So because period look back is going to be variable based on time frame, just in terms of actual data input, right? So periods for oscillator look back. Since I'm on the 15-minute chart, if I doubled this, it would appear as if it was on the 30-minute chart, right? So because I have no true constant for compression, it can tend to either compress faster or compress slower. Because if I reduce period look back, it's going to compress faster because it's rendering a shorter amount of data. Whereas if I increase period look back, it's going to take longer to see that compressionary value. So this is a problem with the indicators that I've had for like 8 months, and there isn't an easy fix. However, typically it just ends in us having, say, like 3 to 8 candles of variability on when the compression range should actually end. I'll have to think about that. Blender's still not working. That's too bad. So, trend resumption happened a few candles earlier than I expected, at least as far as the bounce goes. However, because we had an active bullish mean reversion condition here, all I'm saying is that I did not expect it to go higher than this. All right, that's what I'm nitpicking about. Jesus, what am I doing? So think about this. All right, okay. So the only thing I'm having a problem with right now is that my target was too low. There. My target for upside was either here or here, and we ended up here several candles sooner than what I would have perceived viable. However, with the overwhelming bearish sentiment on Bitcoin, I can accept it. Because a lot of people were shorting this, expecting trend continuation. Can't really think of anyone else who was recommending going long at this location, except maybe a few people on my Discord server, but publicly, at least. So we do see this price action every now and then. I would just take a more standardized look at this. Because we are still in implied longer term compression, just based on our overexpanded macro level periods. However, is it viable to bet on trend resumption? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'll stop out if we go any lower. Well, we can actually define upside right now. Hold on. We can define upward trend. Well, it's still super far away, so I think we'll leave that for tomorrow's stream. Because this is a 15% move, and we still have the 150 period, our pivot for trend is down here. That's not really going to be a viable stop loss. Like, since I'm long, I will stay long simply because I got a good entry, and because I believe longer term trend continuation is viable. Okay, that's kind of the boat I'm in right now. I can't recommend any short term plays. Let me check my YouTube comments, see if you guys want me to look at any altcoins. Alrighty, connection is really terrible. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, my computer's going into toaster mode. The processor's maxed out. All right. How's your new abode, Deadcheck? It's really nice. I'm going to have video returning in a week, half a week. But I have a look at Link again. Setting to mean inversion. No, I think Link is doing pretty good on trend continuation. Ooh, no, never mind. Well, the trend is technically viable. Quad CCI implies long. I would wait for CCI roll-up before attempting anything, but it looks okay. Live stream questions. Link. Yeah, dude. I'm doing it for you. Okay. We can define short-term mean inversion. How's that? Because this here should technically be generating expansion. I want a more consolidated reading. Let's do 2 hour. Indicator timed out. Come on. That is not a clean expansion. I don't like that. And then 4 hour doesn't get the rating at all. Shoot. Yeah, this is a tough chart right now. Okay, let me explain this. Like, there's not a lot of breathing room for trend at this time. Right, so when you get these swaths of orange and you get new expansions, they typically have trouble really running